Ever wonder why some people seem to have their finances figured out while others constantly struggle? Stick around because today we're covering 10 essential money rules that could turn your financial situation around. Let's dive in. Rule 1. Spend less than you earn. Seems obvious, right? But here's the thing. Most people struggle with this. They earn a paycheck and somehow it's gone before the month is over. The trick here is simple. Spend less than you make. Always. It's easy to get caught up in spending because of credit cards or loans. But if you're living beyond your means, you'll never get ahead. A great way to manage this? Track your expenses for a month. You'd be amazed at where your money actually goes. Do you really need that third streaming service or that daily takeout coffee? Imagine how much you could save if you cut down on the unnecessary stuff. So, the next time you're tempted to splurge, ask yourself, can you afford this right now without dipping into debt? Rule number 2. Build an emergency fund. This one's a game changer. Think about it. What if your car suddenly breaks down or an unexpected medical bill hits? Having an emergency fund is like having a financial safety net. The idea is simple. Set aside 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a separate, easy-to-access account. Why? Because life is unpredictable. By building an emergency fund, you will avoid the stress of piling up debt when the unexpected happens, and trust me, it will happen. Start small if you need to. Aim for $500 or $1,000 to start, then keep building from there. So, are you prepared for life's little surprises? Rule number 3. Pay yourself first. Here's where things get interesting. You've probably heard people say, pay yourself first. But what does that really mean? It means putting money into savings or investments before you pay your bills or buy that new gadget you've been eyeing. It sounds strange, but think about it. If you pay yourself first, you're prioritizing your future. Otherwise, you're just spending and hoping there's something left at the end of the month, which, let's be honest, there usually isn't. Here's a challenge for you. Next time you get paid, set aside 10 to 20% for savings before you do anything else. Even if it's a small amount, it adds up. And let's be real, in the future, you will thank you for it. Now, here's a crucial tip. Setting clear financial goals can take this to the next level. What are you saving for? Whether it's a down payment on a house, a dream vacation, or early retirement, knowing your why will keep you motivated. Having goals gives your savings a purpose, and that purpose makes it easier to stay disciplined. Without a goal, it's like going on a road trip without a map. You're moving, but you're not sure where you're headed. So, what's your goal? Rule 4. Get rid of high-interest debt. Debt can be a massive roadblock to financial success, especially if it's high-interest debt like credit cards. How can you save or invest when a chunk of your paycheck is going toward interest payments? Those credit card balances can quickly spiral out of control. Here's the key. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first. The faster you pay it off, the less you'll lose interest. Some people swear by the snowball method, where you pay off your smallest debts first to build momentum. Others prefer the avalanche method, where you tackle the highest interest rate debts first. Either way, the goal is to eliminate that debt burden as quickly as possible. Ever tried calculating how much interest you're paying each month? It's pretty shocking. Time to kick that debt to the curb. Rule number 5. Invest early and consistently. You've probably heard this one before. Start investing early. Why? Compound interest. It's like magic. The earlier you start, the more your money grows over time, even if you start with a small amount. The power of compound interest means that your investments generate earnings, which then generate their own earnings. Imagine you invest $100 today, and it earns a 7% return each year. After 10 years, it's not just $100, it's grown to almost $200. Now imagine doing that regularly. But it's not just about when you start, it's about being consistent. Investing regularly, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month, adds up over time. You don't need to be a millionaire to start investing. Just get started and let time do the rest. Patience is key here. It's tempting to want quick returns, but real wealth building takes time. The stock market, for example, fluctuates. Sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down, but over the long haul it tends to grow. So don't panic when the market dips. Stay patient, keep investing, and trust the process. Wealth doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen if you stick with it. Rule number 6. Automate your savings. Life gets busy, we forget things. But you know what you shouldn't forget? Saving. That's why automating your savings is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. Set it up so a portion of your paycheck goes straight into a savings account or investment account before you even see it. Really. Why does this work? Because it takes the decision out of your hands. You're less likely to spend money you never see. key. It's like setting your financial future on autopilot, and honestly, it feels pretty awesome to watch your savings grow without much effort. So set it and forget it. Let your savings grow automatically. Rule number 7, diversify your investments. Ever heard of the phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Well, that applies to investing too. Diversification is all about spreading your investments across different assets, like stocks, bonds, real estate, so you're not overly reliant on one thing. Think about it. If all your money is in one stock and that company tanks, you're in trouble. But if you spread your investments across a variety of assets, you reduce your risk. It's like having a backup plan for your backup plan. A great place to start is with index funds or ETFs, which are automatically diversified. And remember, diversification isn't just about protecting yourself from losses, it's about giving your investments more opportunities to grow. Rule number 8, avoid lifestyle inflation. Ever gotten a raise and immediately thought, finally, I can upgrade my car or get that new gadget? That's called lifestyle inflation, when your expenses rise with your income. But just because you could spend more doesn't mean you should. The key here is to keep your lifestyle the same, even when your income increases. Instead of spending that extra money, use it to boost your savings or investments. Imagine how much faster you could reach your financial goals if you saved half of every raise. It might not sound exciting at first, but avoiding lifestyle inflation is one of the quickest ways to build wealth. But let's be honest, sometimes the pressure to spend comes from outside. Social media, friends, and even family can make it feel like you need to upgrade your life to keep up. Remember, financial success isn't about impressing others. It's about building a secure future for yourself. So, next time someone posts about their fancy vacation or new car, ask yourself, is their approval worth derailing your financial goals? Rule number 9, continuously improve your financial literacy. Here's a fun fact. The more you know about money, the better decisions you'll make. It sounds simple, but improving your financial literacy is one of the best ways to set yourself up for success. Whether it's reading books, listening to podcasts, or following financial experts online, there's always something new to learn about managing your money. Financial literacy isn't just about understanding budgets or investments. It's about learning how to make smart choices with your money, like knowing when to refinance a mortgage or how to optimize your taxes. And here's the good news. Financial knowledge is more accessible than ever. And hey, don't be afraid of making mistakes along the way. No one gets it perfect on the first try. What's more important is learning from those mistakes and adjusting your strategy. Every financial misstep is an opportunity to grow and get better at managing your money. Think of it as part of the learning curve. The key is to keep improving and never stop educating yourself. So, have you picked up any new financial tips lately? If not, now's a great time to start learning. Rule number 10, plan for the future. You've probably heard people say, I'll deal with retirement later. Really? Planning for the future is not something to put off. The sooner you start thinking about long-term goals like retirement or buying a house, the easier it'll be to reach them. Start by contributing to a retirement account, like a 401k or IRA. Many employers even offer matching contributions, free money. Don't leave it on the table. The earlier you start planning for retirement, the more time you give your investments to grow. And it's not just about retirement. Planning for the future also means having insurance in place, creating a will, and setting up an estate plan. These might not be fun to think about, but they're critical for protecting yourself and your loved ones. Take a moment right now to reflect on which of these money rules resonates with you the most. Are you ready to automate your savings? Maybe it's time to tackle that high interest debt or start investing consistently. Whatever it is, commit to just one rule today. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference. Financial success is a journey, and you're already on the right path just by learning these rules. That's it, 10 simple money rules that could completely transform your financial life. Which one are you going to start with? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos.